It's complicated.
Well, I've got like 7 things to push. So, all right, we're good now. So, all right, sorry about that. All right, we're live now.
That was just
Golly,
a practice run. We're gonna
I
do it
can't.
again.
Well, I can't. There's so many things now. I'll eventually get them all down. So, all right, I'm gonna kill this. So let's get started again. Hey everyone, it's time for Geocache Talk. Whether you're at work, in the car, wherever you are, we hope you enjoy this show about the great sport of geocaching. If you're watching on YouTube Live, you can be a part of the adventure tonight. Please join us in the chat room and participate with others as they watch the show. The link to the chat room is on the geocachetalk.com front page. If you're listening later, please give it a like and subscribe on your favorite podcasting app. And you get all the weekly Geocache Talk goodness. Big thanks to the Trail Bugs for their music and our featured patrons, Gunter Hunters, Acme Wild Cachers, P0001, ADK Sarah, Eastern Girls, Billy Robson, Fox and the Hound, TX Wolf Totem, K-Blast, Statuki, and our new patrons, Bember, The Happy Hodag, Tick Magnet, Sue's Mom, Canterlopes, GSMX2, BKQG Family, Dog Mom of 2, Trexer Zero, Hide Go Seek, Zipper Tiff, TWH Rider, Toe-Headed Mule, and Team Steiny. You like that one? I like that too. So if you'd like to become a patron, head on over to Patreon, patreon.com/geocache talk for more details. Patrons get the new blackout coins and other geocaching items during the year, as well as bonus content, invites to special events, only for patrons. Support levels start at as little as Bison Tube level, and that's $3 a month. Let me welcome my co-host, Jesse.
Good evening, and here, this will explain me tonight.
That's right.
That's right. Yep.
He's out in Vegas.
Las Vegas. Yeah, there's a couple of caches around here too, but dropping my daughter off tonight, so I'm live from this professional studio, which is disguised as a hotel room. So hopefully everything works out well with that tonight.
Exactly.
This is so professional, they disguised it as a hotel room for me.
That's right, they did. We made it look like a hotel room, so it's awesome. And then where are my notes? I'm so sorry. All right. Well, we're going to jump right into show 157 for July 14th as we discuss Going Caching 2019 with the Waysiders.
Yay.
Welcome.
Hey, glad to be here.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Yeah,
absolutely. Andy and Jim. And first, we got some news, and we're going to get to the event because we got so much to talk about the event. It's just, I can't wait to talk about it. But before that, we have somebody else with us tonight. Derek Baker's with us. Derek, look
hey guys.
at you. Glad to have you on. And this is our
sporting the Going Caching shirt.
Absolutely,
yes.
Man.
Yes, yeah, the best attire, definitely. Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Absolutely. But Jesse and I do have an announcement, one of many announcements that we have. But tonight is we are officially, and it's been a little bit, we kind of known about this for a while. It's like we planned this because Derek is going to Going Caching, so it fit better to have it this week. And so Derek is joining the team. Derek is now part of Geocache Talk.
Yay. Other way. Yeah, this way.
That's right. Yeah.
He's down there.
We're all we can't do the Brady Bunch thing yet.
The Brady Bunch. Yeah,
the Brady Bunch. So yeah, right. So so Derek, welcome to the team, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Glad to be part of it.
Yeah, we were excited. We were talking about where we were kind of headed recently, and I told Jesse, I said, I got somebody in mind that I think would really kind of fit perfectly. He goes, I hope you're talking about Derek, because that's what I'm thinking about. I go, that's exactly who I was talking about. So that worked out great. So look forward to.
He's going to get an assignment immediately. Too.
I know.
Like, hey, guess what? Why didn't you do something?
Right.
You'll see that later.
Yeah. We got something we're going to show later. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. it's exciting. We're up to we've got the Magnificent Seven now, Jesse. We got 7 people in the affiliate program. So
Well, we have to because of all the things coming up.
Yeah, including us. Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's jump. We'll get more from Derek tonight, as well as over the course of from now on, having him be on board. We're excited about that. Okay, a couple things. Impression of Mystery at the Museum, and then Jesse, I want to keep next week's.
I know.
I know. I want to talk about next week's, but we're not even going to talk about it.
We can't. Don't even bring it up because we'll spoil the surprise.
We will spoil it. So
I'm holding it in, but I'm not doing. I'm an emotional wreck this weekend, so
I know you are.
Don't even do it.
So let's just talk a little bit about Mystery at the Museum. What are all y'all's thoughts? I know Andy and Jim, you probably guys are so head down with the mega. Do you guys have any thoughts, or have you been able to go geocaching lately? We talked about this, didn't we?
Well, for us, like yesterday afternoon, we did need to go out. We were doing some cache maintenance and also looking for some good places that we can use for going caching. And while we were out, we did. Actually, we tried to turn a DNF into a smiley.
Ooh,
it didn't work. Yeah,
No.
There's always that one cache that's like so close to your house, it just keeps popping up, and you can't find it. And the cache owners are friends of ours, and they're like, "Yep, it's there," And we kept digging around, and we actually found
a throwdown.
A throwdown.
Oh,
and I was
man.
good with it. We had been looking for so long. I'm like, that's it. That is the cache. Sign it. Let's go.
And I said,
like, nope. He got on. Right. He emailed them.
And I messaged them, and they messaged back and said, I sent a picture, right? Said, no, don't think that's it. And so today they messaged back and said, we went and checked on it. It's right there. But
wow,
we still haven't found it. But so we went to another spot and did find, at least we found what the detective
found the first part.
The first one.
Yeah. So you're off and running.
So we're up. Yeah. We're that's our first cache in what?
Wow.
Well, since Geo Woodstock. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Busy.
Yeah.
Well,
like had something to do. You couldn't have.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You're not busy.
Well, Jim knows how efficient I like to be with time and projects and lists. So he was rattling off all the things that we accomplished yesterday while we were out. Oh, we found a really great hiding place for one of the challenge caches. And
see, I have a hard time breaking it off. Like if we can't find the cache, the sun starts to set, and I'm still out there beating the bushes.
I could drive off, go grocery shopping,
I gotta
bank, and he would never even know I was gone.
And but anyway, but yeah, we did manage to check off the first box, and
cool.
Detective.
It's a lot of fun, and I applaud HQ for doing this. I think it's a fun thing. It gets people that may have sort of lost interest a little, in geocaching, gets them back into it, and rekindles that spirit of, hey, this is a fun sport.
And they're mixing it up, which is good.
They are.
Not just like rehashing the same old thing.
Yeah.
Right.
They show a different capability. They're adding something. I mean, this is brand new. Adding to a certain caches like that, which is great.
Yeah.
It opens up a lot of possibilities for a lot of things in the future.
And certain caches are certain things, which is kind of really cool, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
Which makes it harder for some of us.
Yeah, right. I think the whole that is kind of a virtual, like you go to a certain cache, and there's several. And like we could go closer to Atlanta, and there's tons of them. But they're placing virtually placing something in certain caches, and I think that's very cool. And it shows that's a capability that they can expand on. Right. I mean, over time, this could really get fun.
Right.
Think of the possibilities with lonely caches. There could be digital rewards for lonely caches or caches that maybe like a trackable is set in for a while or hasn't had any love or needs maintenance. There's a lot of things they could do with little badges for things like that in the future. They're testing it out right now on a big scale, right? So I think it's really neat.
Yes,
giant beta.
Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, great. It's a great way to test it and get people souvenirs, right? And the story too.
Yeah.
Story's neat.
Mhm.
The production
cool.
values of those commercials are really good.
Mhm.
So
They did one a few years ago. I don't know if you guys remember. It's before, this goes back a ways, but where they had like puzzles. They weren't hard puzzles, but they were kind of
yeah,
it was kind of detective like a little bit. And they kind of incorporated some different things. And I thought that was kind of cool. I like that. I mean, we talked about this last year about the Planetary Pursuit. I mean,
mhm.
Planetary Pursuit, some of those were just find certain numbers and you get souvenirs. I kind of like this a little better.
Way better. But they had to do that to do this.
I guess
I mean,
you're
they
right.
had to test it, and they can't, because if they mess something up, they have a lot of scrutiny, right? There's people, what's
Yeah.
on? They have
Everybody's ready to complain.
really baby steps at a time.
Mhm.
But here's one thing that they did that I really like, which sounds, I'll say it's sneaky, but I like the business aspect of what they did. You can only do this on the Geocaching app. You
Right.
cannot use Cashly. You cannot use
Right.
it. Which, as a business, now I love Cashly. I'm 100% Cashly casher without a doubt.
Me too.
But as a business, you make them use your, make them use your product. I have no problem with that at all. Now I have been going to their app, finding one, and going over to Cashly to go.
That's what I do. I cut and paste.
I applaud them for doing that, right? They should
Yeah.
be doing some of those things. That they should be supporting their own products. So
Yeah.
for that, it's good. It frustrates me because I'm still going to go back to Cashly, but
Yeah.
I like that they did it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Final thought on that, I guess. Derek, did you want to say, did you look like
Well,
you
I
were
was
gonna say
just I
something?
was just thinking, because we're talking about Cashly. I've seen several people that'll go to the geocaching app,
Right.
then they jump to the Cashly and they use the highlight feature of which ones are which in
Right.
Cashly.
That's smart.
that's very smart.
So, because I
It's
really love that
easy.
highlight feature.
It
I
is
had a
very cool.
12-hour drive anyway, so I would just. It's been easy
Yeah.
for I have another 12-hour drive tomorrow, so
Right.
easy promotion for me. I'm just driving through like 5 states, so it's easy to go.
Yeah, that's easy. I need to do one
Absolutely.
of those trips.
Well, I'm still old school. I still enjoy using the GPS receiver, right?
Yeah,
The old
Jim is old
Garmin,
school,
right?
man.
Yeah, right.
Get the Garmin out.
Right, but hey, the old DeLorem is still kicking. So I was already thinking, like you're talking about, like highlighting and Cashly. See, I'm thinking I could change the icons, right, in the PN60, and so it becomes a treasure chest. Well, that means the next one or whatever.
Right. There you go.
Why not
Wow.
just use the app, right? I mean,
There you go.
I thought I was old school because I'm using an iPhone 8 instead of an iPhone 10.
I know. Yeah,
You're talking GPS.
Jim's talking like the old, like a receiver, like actually like
oh yeah,
big
I wear
receiver.
like the big antenna.
Yeah,
Does
exactly.
that go like in a backpack or what is that?
Yeah, right.
That's awesome.
Hey, it's not that old.
All right. Let's get it. We got to get into this because there's so much to talk about going
But
caching.
not next week. We're not going to talk about it.
2019. No, we're not talking about next week. We're not talking about. Although, I think we're going to try to let the patrons know ahead of time. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, are we really?
Yeah, I think we gotta let the cat out of the bag before next Sunday. A little bit. I mean, we don't have to, but we'll talk about it. We'll put that in committee and work on that. But
Put
all
it
right.
out like at 7:59.
right before the show. Yeah,
It's cruel.
I got
What a
enough going
bonus,
on.
right?
Yeah. Well, I guess as far as my announcement is that I'm marked my will attend, and I got a hotel room, so I'm coming to the event. Now I'm not coming till late, so I'm not coming to the event till Friday, but I'm hoping to make the Friday event, and then of course Saturday and all the good stuff after that. We're gonna try to fit in somewhere. Oh yeah, Burns Fire. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, he's like, you can't keep a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bad at that. You're right. But we're gonna try to fit in. Jesse and I are gonna work out some kind of patron get together. We're kind of thinking a little bit about Sunday because then things have kind of wound down a little bit. But because there's so much going on that week, I don't think we're going to be able to fit in. But we're still looking for a spot somewhere in there. But anyway,
But we'll talk about everything going on.
Yeah,
We got to get to it. So
we do. But we do have sort of an announcement. I'm going to let.
Jesse has an announcement.
Oh, Jesse has an announcement. What's his
yes,
announcement?
he has an announcement.
About his.
What are you going to be doing at Going Caching?
Caching.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let me highlight Jesse. Talk to us, Jesse.
I thought we were going to go in order, but
That's okay.
I get to do one of the breakout sessions at
Woohoo.
Geocaching, so I'm very excited about that. And people are probably not surprised what it's about. It's going to be a Where I Go tutorial, and people should be able to walk away with that. With no
Yay.
matter how long you've been doing it, you can always learn something new. But we're going to walk through the whole step. I even have an assistant, a lovely assistant that's going to help me out.
Right.
She's normally my boss, but
The
she'll be
CFO. Yeah.
So we'll have a lot of good information, and the Where I Go tutorial should be good and fun, and we'll make it not be dry. I promise it won't be dry. So it should be very informative.
Yeah.
Well,
We're super
really
excited about
appreciate
it.
you doing that, and very excited because we have not done that before. We've done like GSAC stuff before, and I do a little puzzle class, but
cool.
I am I want to sit in on that myself.
I know,
That's
right?
going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's I promise we can make it not as complicated as it seems.
Tom took a stab at you because he's the one that.
Earthcast tutorial.
Yeah, that was we had an Earth Cache tutorial.
Those are cool.
That was
There
very
are
good.
absolutely more qualified people than me on that one. I promise.
Tom's making more fun of Jesse than he's not a big he's not as much of a fan, although he says that.
But he publishes them as he's
publishes
driving.
them left and right. Right. He publishes while he's driving. Exactly.
I've only
So
published like 21 under my account.
I think he likes them more than he says he does. But so the other announcement, we got a lot of announcements tonight. The other announcement is it's not kind of I guess it's mostly finalized, I guess. And that is that we are going to be doing a live show at the end of the Saturday night. Well, before the end of, how do you put that? It's before the evening festivities.
Right.
So,
Well, yeah, the mega event itself ends hopefully at 5:00. So we don't run over. But you guys are we're excited about that. Having you guys do the live show between that right after, as soon as the mega ends, and the crowd's still there, and before they have to dash off and get ready for the Saturday night event.
Yeah, that's going to work out, I think, perfect because we didn't want to get too. We think it fits perfectly right there because that'll give people time to get back to the room and change and get some dinner and get back to the event at 8 p.m. that evening. So it's going to be great. So yeah, we're going to do a live show from Going Caching. So excited to do that. So
That should be a lot of fun.
yeah,
that'll be a lot of fun.
we'll have a lot of fun with that. So
It was fun being at the live show at Geo Woodstock too. So
Yeah.
that was. I know
will
Joshua and I were there in the chat room, just kind of making fun of everybody at the same time. But it's,
that's
And remember,
good.
everybody has to come and heckle Gary, not
Yes.
Jesse. Gary. Heckle
Right. Come heckle
no,
me.
just do both. It's easy.
Yeah.
We're not
There
going to
you go.
discriminate.
Perfect. That's perfect. All right, good deal. I'm gonna turn this over to Jesse from now on. Let him deal with it. So. All right. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna bring up. I'm not gonna show it the whole time, but let me bring up the event. I don't need to share audio with that.
And as we're bringing that up, I have to say that this, and I've said it before, so this is not a surprise, but the CFO is the most excited to go to this event that she's been out of any of the events we've gone to. So she's been bugging us for a while to get to this event. So she's just dying. And I keep texting her, telling her, oh, we forgot about this, and there's this, and there's this. So this is going to be great. She's super excited. even the stuff we're going over with tonight, she's super excited about this one. So
That's awesome.
great things. This should be a great one.
I am going to stop for a moment, but I do have at least pulled up. So, all right. So let's talk about
so much too.
Yeah, it's like, where do we start? Let's start, I guess, with registration, because that's always the key. Is you want to get people registered because that's critical for planning. It's critical for many things. So we've got the website. In fact, I'll put the website up for registration while we discuss. So tell people a little bit about what you're wanting them. I guess that's the first step, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yes, it is. In some years, I mean, you're right, Gary. Any time we can get people to register, will attends are nice and they're fun. I mean, and honestly, when you build up the will attends, that gets noticed, right, throughout the world. When things sort of reach that critical mass, that the will attends are important, but with registrations, that's like an additional commitment, and it's an individual count, and that way we get a real good idea of not only rough numbers, but it's almost specific numbers and who is coming. Right. This year it's even more critical because of the fun and games we have planned with the different crews. Like you not only register, but you register on a pirate ship crew, and there's 7 crews. You pick one. Now some are already full. And one of the Soggy Bottom. I mean,
I never thought I was going to be the one to go first.
I mean,
I thought, who is going to want to be on the Soggy Bottom?
It's one of our favorite movies. The Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yes,
right? the Soggy Bottom Boys, and we've always had a lot of fun with it. But we made one of the shit. I forgot whose idea it was, but anyway.
We knew
and boom, that thing took off, and it's like gotten so out of balance. We had to cut it off and say, that ship is full.
Right.
And today we had 2 other ship crews close, so now there are 4 left. Is that right? 4 left, and some of those are filling up. Now we don't want to say what the horse race is.
Yes,
we don't want to taint anything, or prejudice anybody in one way or the other. But there are only 4 left, and if you haven't registered, we'd like for you to. And also, if you order if you get a registration package, if you buy a package on our website store,
right.
Some of the items that you get are tailored for that particular crew, so you need to register. For instance, like the Bel Air, the one at the top there. Captain Carlton, right?
Yeah, learn the dance.
So the bandana that everyone gets in their package.
There's bandanas, tattoos, beads that are all very unique.
Sweet.
Right. So you have
and your name badge wallets are color coded too.
So there's a lot of color coding going on, and your specific Jolly Roger that Andy has designed, and so it's a lot of fun. It helps us out a lot. And if you would pick a crew when you register, right, and it's going to be great. I mean, it's just a multi-layered thing, really. So registration is really, really important this year.
Yeah. How many? Can you actually say how many are actually in the crew itself when you've cut them off, or?
We'd rather
they're all different, but it's over 100.
Right. Yeah. It's like I said, the Soggy Bottom took off like crazy,
Well, what happened was we knew we wanted to have all the captains have their names start with the letter C. So they'd be the 7 C's.
That's good.
So we coming up with women captains, which in reality, there really weren't women captains, but in Going Caching World, we have to have women.
Right.
But Constance,
we want women.
We wanted Captain Constance, but then her name was Constance Sorrow.
Right.
So hence it had to be the Soggy Bottom. So.
Right, exactly. Let's actually step back a moment since we jumped into that. But this year is Pirates.
Yes.
This is
the hats.
That's right. This is the 9th year.
That's
right. The hooks. Is this? This is the 9th year. Is that correct?
It's our 9th year mega, but it's our 10th year of our event.
Right. Going Caching is now. We talked about this a little bit last year, but you pretty much have found. Would you call it a permanent home in Rome? Would pretty much?
Yeah. Like Jim likes to say, the circus has gotten too big to take on the road now.
Yeah, that's
So-
good.
It won't fit on the train anymore. No.
Now there have been some
Yeah.
really cool themes. I remember a few years ago you had steampunk, which is kind of cool, something different.
The time travel. Yeah.
Time, yeah, and
We really wanted to make it to the time travel. That was great.
right. And then last year was Haunted. Yep.
Right.
Which was really cool. Made for cool cash cards. We'll talk about cash cards in a little bit. But so this year, Pirate, which is always great. You've made a lot of people happy about who have a pirate dress. They're ready to go because they've got their full pirate outfit ready to go for Saturday night. But is there? I mean, I assume you guys sit down with your team and you kind of sort of bounce back and forth about what theme you want to go to each year and make a decision, kind of, or do you feel like this one came together pretty easily, or is this something
This one came together pretty easily because it's sort of kind of our 10th anniversary.
right?
And we started as pirates when we were in Savannah, and it was
Right.
just kind of it. We felt we always wanted to do it again, and we thought this was a great year
Good
to
time.
bring it back.
Right. Yeah.
Very cool.
Andy mentioned we going caching started as going coastal.
Oh,
and,
okay,
and
cool.
down in Savannah, and that's
Yeah.
a long way from. We're from Rome, of course, and we're in Northwest Georgia. That was a long way, and but we started down there, and the thing took off. Became mega its second year.
Right.
So the whole time we were pirates in Savannah.
Right.
So this year we decided to do a crazy story where our original pirate crew was in the Gulf of Mexico, and a hurricane blew them into Mobile Bay. And they sailed up the Alabama River and
Love
kept
it.
coming through Alabama, and then ended up the Coosa River to Rome, Georgia. Now, that is partly fact. The water here ends up in the Gulf of Mexico.
The Gulf, right?
And in the old days, we had cotton barges that would load up in Rome, down on Broad Street, and float or navigate themselves all the way to Mobile Bay and load up on the ships, and then that cotton would go to England, to the looms and stuff. So, so anyway, we've got our zany pirates are way off course, and they've sailed all these hundreds of
Love
miles
it.
up here, and now the river's gotten so narrow they can't get their ship turned around.
Love it.
So they've put messages in bottles and summoned these other 7 crews to come help them.
Right.
That's our storyline.
So Derek, you're showing off you're showing it off tonight
Yep.
as one of the things. Now, the one thing about the puzzle, there's a puzzle on there. How's it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Explain.
turn around, Derek.
Turn around, Derek, and show. Oh my goodness. There you go. There's a puzzle on the back. Okay. Very cool.
And it goes with this.
Oh my gosh.
Somehow it
Look,
goes with
upside
that. And of
Yeah.
course you figured it out, right?
No, no, not at all. Of course, my wife has been working on it too, and she's had the pen and paper out, and she's Googling everything. And then I had called my dad, who's a mathematician, because there's math on here.
Right.
And so he was looking at some stuff and gave me a whole bunch of formulas, and that didn't help.
I love it.
So we've been working, and I think there might be a couple of people in the chat room tonight. Message me, we can work together. And Memphis, we
Well,
need
that's
to get together
encouraged,
too.
right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's work together. I mean, that's what cachers do. I mean, we always phone a friend. We can't find a cache, we phone a friend.
Absolutely.
This is by far, even though I haven't solved it, it's still the coolest way of doing a puzzle. I really think this is really cool. There's so much information here, and you don't even know what you need to use. But
I'll tell you, there's one thing I don't like in puzzle design is too many red herrings. So
yes, I'm with you.
When you see things
Amen, brother.
without,
okay, so there's our hint. That's our hint. Now,
well, I mean, I mean, people that know me, know that I'm, I hate it. Like
I
I
do
enjoy
too.
solving puzzles. I mean, I wish I had more time to do it. And but that's one thing I don't like. It's like they threw that. It's like the kitchen sink. It's
Yeah.
like,
Right.
It needs to go somewhere.
Yes.
And, so with our puzzles, if you come across now, it can be an accident. Like people see things that aren't really there. That happens all the time. But the intentional things, they're for a reason. So if you see something, it's not just to lead you off.
Coon and Bud's got a
Coon and Bud, let's talk.
Way to go, Kendall.
He has a
Yeah.
natural scientist helping him. So
Good job, Kendall.
there you go. Very good. Yep.
We do encourage people to work together and everything about going caching. It is a group effort. Join up into a big crew and work on that shirt. There's a $100 FTF prize.
It's also a
And-
Facebook contest.
Right.
Oh,
right.
cool.
That too. Yes. In fact, if you
Wear your shirt to an event between now and September 15th and upload your picture at the event wearing the shirt onto the Facebook page, you're
Right.
entered to win.
Oh, cool.
As many events as you go to, you can keep entering, and then we'll do a drawing that Saturday at Going Caching, and we'll give away two $50 gift cards.
Oh, very cool.
So
I like that because I go to a weekly event. So there we
Yeah.
go.
There
A
you
lot
go.
of
Your shirt.
a lot of
Memphis?
entries, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you order your shirt?
It's,
Memphis?
it's possible for the same person to win both
Oh yeah,
times.
yeah. I
as
mean,
well.
entirely. You can
Look at that.
draw on twice.
That's awesome. When did because this has sort of become, there's a couple of things I want to ask you guys about as far as it, to me is still unique about and so cool about this event. And that is these kind of items. And I want to show the coin here in a minute as well, but let's show the coin. Derek, you got the coin. Cause that my question
one?
kind of,
Oh,
I know. Show that
That one?
one. Yeah, show that coin. Because my question, I guess, relates to all these things, Andy and Jim, and that is, when did the whole process begin of incorporating? I know it's amazing, and there's a code, right,
yeah.
Derek? So, that turns, and you can get a code from it.
Let's see if I can pull it up there.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, awesome. When did this whole process, I guess, begin of saying let's incorporate puzzles into shirts and let's incorporate cool stuff into the coins? And was it an evolution to that, or was it something that you guys wanted to do from the beginning? Or do you remember what year?
Yeah, our first year we went mega was the first year the coin was incorporated into the event.
Very
And
cool.
it worked with a map. You
okay,
set
cool.
it on the map and it did different. And it was pretty simple actually, but it was just a way to integrate another piece into there. So
Yeah, we have a lot of fun turning these
I love this
commemorative pieces. I mean, the
Yeah.
coin, traditionally it's like it's your little commemorative, right, of the event, and we turn them into playing pieces. So they're fun to have in your drawer or your treasure chest. But while you're at Going Caching, you're going to play with path tags and coins and the pre-event T-shirt.
Yes.
So
Love
we
it.
started early on realizing how, and I mean, honestly, the pre-event shirt was designed as a early fundraiser. I mean,
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Of course. I mean, that
Yeah.
was, we're going to do a pre-event shirt to help advertise the event and raise a little bit of money to get things going. Because, I mean, everybody realizes how expensive it is to rent parks and facilities and get tents set up and
security
security
toilets,
and
dumpsters.
and we're at the point, with insurance, things like that.
Right.
And so we needed to get the ball rolling early. So Andy came up with a pre-event shirt, and it was 2013 when we thought, hey, let's sneak a puzzle in there. And we didn't tell anybody.
That's awesome.
So the front of the shirt had a little bit of Morse code, and there was
Baudot,
Baudot, the
ticker
tape type code.
Oh, cool.
So
Very cool.
it was all kind of
I think
hidden
there was
in there.
Braille on there.
Exactly. Right.
It was
That's
all
awesome.
visual
Yeah,
things.
right.
Right.
But there were people were wearing the shirts. We would go to events, and people would be wearing the shirts, and we're like, is anybody going to realize there's stuff on there?
Yeah.
But they did, and of course, word spread like wildfire. But now we got advertised. We tell everybody it's a puzzle, and it's a real cache, and we've started to have a lot of fun. The way we design it every year is you solve the shirt, and you know what to do when you get here. If somebody's staying in Rome, solve that shirt. They have no advantage over somebody that may be in California.
Oh, cool.
That's good.
Okay.
They cannot get past us.
There's a stop that
Right.
gets you.
We design it every year to when you solved it.
That's smart.
And then Saturday morning, only the solvers, only they know what they're looking for. So it might be something, we've done it over the years, something hidden right there in plain sight, and everybody walks by it. But then the solvers know, oh, that's what I need, and there's something there, and they can move on. And then it's the mad dash, to go for the FTF.
That's
and
cool.
some groups take it so seriously that Jim and I have gotten where he and I are really the only two that know anything about how to solve this. We don't want to put that burden on anyone else. You know what I mean? Just
so yeah.
Right.
It's like when you solve it, you've really, really solved it.
Right.
So.
Right. That's very cool. All right, let's kind of talk about some of the highlights of. Let's just kind of go through the schedule. Let me pull up the schedule and let's talk through some of the items on the schedule because it's so cool.
I should have said you're really the only one. I pretend like I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it like that for a moment. Everybody can still hear us, but I want to kind of show the whole thing. Wednesday, as usual, and we've been to megas. We kind of, Jesse and I definitely have been involved with megas on both in the front end, I guess in the back end of it. People in our chat room have been involved. Tom Brotherman is in our chat room. He knows, but you guys are giving plenty of opportunities for people to pick up their packages. So you've got your first one is Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Or is it, let me read that right. 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. You can get at the Grab Your Swag event. They have a package pickup. So that's really cool. Good way to start off.
Yep. And we have so many package pickups because for our event, the things you're picking up, you need. There's a lot of things that are in those packages that are going to help you solve puzzles.
Right.
Be on some of the adventures, because the coins a game piece, path tags sometimes are, and then the trading cards. So we just feel it's really important. We want people to have their stuff because we want them to enjoy it as fully as they can.
And another aspect of that too is we've all been to big megas and stood in line. I mean, that's part of it. We expect it. I'm not, certainly not criticizing, but sometimes it takes a while to get up there and get your stuff.
Right.
And with so much going on, you're going to be like, come Sunday, you're going to be exhausted. There's just a ton of stuff going on, and the last thing we want to do is take up people's time standing in line. So we try to offer as many package pickups as possible. If you can get here on Wednesday, that Wednesday night event is a lot of fun. That's not just
cool.
Come get your stuff and leave. That's a fun event.
That's where people they rip open those trading card packs and start pulling out the puzzle pieces and start trading.
But if you can't get here Wednesday night, well, Thursday, again, package pickup. And again, Friday and so forth. And that way it's, as soon as you get here, you can come get your things and start playing the games. And it does help, speed things along. And we've gotten a lot of good feedback from people saying how much they enjoy.
I love my pile of money.
I love that picture.
I do too.
Yeah, because it's not just package pickup, but you got an event. There's an event that night, so it's really cool.
It's a big trading card night. People have gotten cash cards. We'll have tables set up,
right,
and people can discover trackables, all kinds of fun stuff.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah. All right. Let's go then to the next day. It's going to Thursday. Yeah, let me share that screen and we'll talk about Thursday a little bit.
Yeah, there were a couple of questions that you had sent that people had asked about that Thursday as well.
Yeah, we could. I'm going to juggle those as well. But so you've got what you're calling Geocaching Day at Barnsley, right?
Mm-hmm.
What? Tell us a little bit about what you're hoping to do for that day.
Well, Barnsley is a resort. It's about 15 minutes from Rome.
Okay.
It's 15 minutes from our driveway.
Right.
But we live pretty close to town. It's 3,000 acres. They've got trails all over the place. It's a world-class 4-star resort.
Oh, cool.
It is beautiful.
Neat.
I always feel like I stepped into some kind of movie set when we go out there. The landscaping, the architecture, the things they have, it's really cool. What it was an old homestead for Godfrey Barnsley, who was an Englishman, made his fortune over here in this country and built that place for his wife. And she promptly died, sort of. And then things have happened. The ruins of the original estate are still there.
Right.
And the gardens that are around it they're just beautiful. They have so many different plants and things. And then there's trails all over the place, and we will be pulling up the caches that we have there now. We will be putting in all new caches.
Oh, cool.
For that day. I think a few of the faves that we have will leave the place, but the ones out on the trails, I think we're going to swap out and redo. And they have a great little beer garden. I think Kendall just popped up to eat there, and they have great food.
Oh, yeah, people are mentioning
grab a barbecue sandwich and a beer in the beer garden.
It's going to be a fun day.
And you can spend all day out there hanging out and walking around and doing stuff.
Yeah, last year we had people go out just for geocaching. They would show up and walk the trails and cache. And Barnsley, the folks out there had so much fun with cachers. They said this year we want to have an event. So last year was just a place to go caching, and this year it's an actual event, and they're going to have a lot of fun with it.
Wow, that's awesome. Andy, you have to remind me. I'm looking through the questions too. So if there was a particular question you want to hit,
I think I
please jump in.
Yeah, it was about whether or not there were going to be new caches.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then there's something interesting that evening. Let me pull that up and we can talk about this event.
Saturday or Thursday night is the parade.
Yes.
And I am so excited about this. I can hardly stand it.
Pirates on Parade.
Yes. And so
that's cool.
We've got the permits and everything. The police are going to block off a section of downtown. And everybody, we're going to meet at the town green. That's on the cache page. Everybody will form up into their crews.
Right.
We have these giant Jolly Rogers that's been made for every crew. They're 3 feet by 5 feet, flags. We've got a couple of cars, one for our Grand Marshal and another one for Signal. We've got 3 of these kind of long golf carts. They're called the Roman chariots. They're kind of transportation around town
little
for
shuttles.
visitors, like little shuttles.
Oh, cool.
We're decorating those like pirate ships. We have a band. And Joshua, the geocaching vlogger, is going to lead the parade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's going to be
That'll be interesting. But we're actually going to march down Broad Street and come down to City Hall, which is a really cool building. And the mayor is going to come out and read a proclamation that it's Geocaching Week in Rome, Georgia.
Cool.
And then immediately following, the chariots will stay there. And that's where they'll be running a shuttle around the pub crawl. And there's 6 stops on the pub crawl. So we'll just ride around town and keep the pirate thing going. And the places that are hosting the pub crawl are excited. A few of them will probably go all out decorating, and actually their employees will be dressed up. They'll be dressed up. And
very cool.
Yeah, it'll be really, really fun night, I think.
Yeah, last year we were ghost, like Victorian ghosts.
Right.
That was our theme, and a lot of them went all out. It was like
Right.
early Halloween. So this year, and we were talking earlier about how pirates. Everybody relates to pirates.
Yeah.
We did Secret Agents one year, and sort of Indiana Jones one year, and different things. We were Ancient Rome. Everybody's into
Ancient Rome was kind of a cool idea.
Renaissance. That was the knights
Right.
and all that stuff. But everybody understands pirates, and surprisingly enough, a lot of people have like pirate closets at home with the costumes ready to go. So
Exactly.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. So wear your costume, march down Broad Street.
Right. We're inviting the locals to come. We've got beads to hand out to people that come to watch. It's kind of like a Mardi Gras pirate parade. I
Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool.
It's going to be fun.
That's awesome.
And we always, not giving anything away, but we always add that little surprise.
I thought we weren't going to say anything.
Surprise? Surprise. Okay. See, you can't, you can't take it anywhere. I'll give
Garrett
it up.
can't keep a secret either.
I know.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. You have
There's
puffs
always
out of your ears at this point. So.
There's always that thing.
Earmuff.
That's right. All right, we got to talk about this one now. This event, Mayhem Adventure Plunder Challenge Kickoff.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is another hallmark, I guess, of going caching. But Friday morning, you show up at the event. We'll have some coffee going because we imagine people will be up, hitting the pub crawl pretty good. And if I can jump back on the pub crawl, there are tickets online, and we're about sold out.
Oh yeah, it is almost.
It's almost sold out. But however, you don't need a ticket to play or participate. You can hop on the chariots and ride around and visit all the spots and go with your friends. You don't need a ticket. Okay. I mean, if you want to buy a pint somewhere, that's great. And so you can join in.
That's right. The ticket gives you, it's a little punch card, and each place will give you a 4-ounce pour and punch the card.
Right.
Oh, cool.
But feel free to buy a pint.
Jump
or
in,
right?
Jump in and get on the golf cart and ride around town and have fun that night. So anyway, we'll have lots of coffee going Friday morning, and this is a fun thing. Everybody's done the little challenges, where you stamp your card and at the end you get a coin, and that's what this is.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So this year we're utilizing, again, we have the 7 different pirate crews, so we might have each crew go off in a little bit different direction, and that'll help cut down on lines. You know how it is at events where you get to the cache, there's a 20-minute line, and you sign your name and move on. You don't even know where the cache was, right?
Right.
So it is a crowd, but by having different crews, we can spread people out a little bit and minimize that unpleasant line standing. So you go and you accumulate enough points on your card and come back and you get a really nice challenge coin, which is nice. Yeah. Very and cool. That's, it's not a game piece, but it's a nice reward. And Andy does a wonderful job every year of designing that thing. So that's a Friday event, and you've got really all day Friday and Saturday as well, right?
2 or 3 o'clock Saturday to get it done.
So you can take your time. There's no rush. If you get a card, if you every package has a passport. And we sell those individually if people just want to buy one. But if you have one, there will be a coin waiting for you if you finish it. So.
Oh, sweet.
Great.
Now this event, I actually might be able to make it to it if I plan correctly, if I get there early enough. Is Friday night. Talk to everybody about the Black Barnacles sales again. Tell about this one.
I gotta say though, that picture that's up there, that's from the first year that we built a pirate ship,
right?
And took it down to Skidaway.
Yeah, that was 2012, and we actually built that pirate ship in our backyard. And
I I remember that
And
story.
we were very proud of it. It was kind of primitive compared to some of the stuff our crew does now, but we were proud of that ship. And so we were setting it up, and our neighbors would bring their grandkids over, and they would bring lawn chairs, and they'd watch us rehearse and stuff. So it was a lot of fun. But we dismantled it, loaded up into a U-Haul, and took it to Savannah, and that was our stage back then. So
That's cool.
we enjoyed pulling that picture out. But we are going to, again, the Black Barnacle is our ship.
Right.
And it's going to sail again. And
That's awesome.
hopefully it'll be a little more seaworthy. But again, I told you some of the story in the beginning about the Black Barnacle, how it ended up in Rome. But our zany crew is calling out to all of the other pirate crews to come give us a hand getting that ship turned around.
That's awesome.
What happens with the Friday night show is it actually, I think, tells the story that we've sort of told and you've been experiencing at Going Caching, but this ties the whole thing together, takes you all the way through and explains a lot of stuff.
Right. We're not really actors. I mean, we've got some talented people on the crew, and some are more talented acting wise than others. I am not, but I'm in the crazy thing, but it's a fun night, and as Andy said, it's we're telling you the story in such a way where it fills in a lot of gaps or things you've learned along the way, like in the Friday challenge we talked about. You're getting hints and clues, and what this is all leading up to is the which we haven't talked about yet is the escape room.
Yeah.
That's what all of this really is
about. Food trucks and vendors. Yeah, food trucks and vendors that evening. Go ahead, Andy. Yep.
Yeah, we'll have the Speak Cheesy truck. She'll come out. Everybody knows her. She does all kinds of gourmet grilled cheese. And
sweet.
The place will be back out. So, and then all of our vendors, Space Coast and Oak Plains and Cool Geocaching Spot, all those guys, they'll be set up.
Yeah. Okay. Now I have to say the event, the main event location, which is Ridge Ferry Park, that's where the Friday night event and the mega itself. We're less than a mile from downtown, so we will have food on site. But man, there are tons.
We counted there. I think there's 13 restaurants within like a quarter mile.
Right.
I mean, so yeah.
There's actually a walking path. If you wanted to, you could like go downtown and eat and have a nice dessert and walk it off. To get to the
neat
event. But we'll also have like if people want to hang out in the park, we got food and vendors and a lot of fun.
Very cool. Let's switch over to Saturday. Let me bring up Saturday.
There's more?
There's more. Yeah, we haven't got to the event yet.
Well, we haven't got to the mega yet.
Those are all events, but wait, there's more. My screen's a little behind. There we go. Okay. So Saturday. Here is Saturday. Oh my gosh, my screen's we're a little behind here. That's okay. All right. Saturday, the big day. Is always a big day. Big event, yes. So starts off in the morning with a message in a bottle. That's just the event itself from 9 to 5. Yeah,
we'll open the gates. Welcome everyone. That kind of thing.
Yeah,
the
cool.
Escape rooms will be open. People will be doing those. They'll still be running around, probably finishing up the challenge from Friday. And then we'll be having breakout sessions. We touched on the one Jesse's going to do. And then Jim also does a puzzle one. And then we're working on a couple others.
Cool.
So there's that to do if you want.
Yeah, there's a lot going on Saturday. We haven't touched on the trading card puzzle yet. But that's what gets you in you have to kind of earn your way into the escape room.
Okay, cool.
So we have these. It's like baseball card trading packages that you can get, and each package it'll have like 8 geocachers cards in it, random. A couple of special cards are characters that you'll put these, and then there's a piece that's one piece of a treasure map.
Right.
And you put this together, and it will lead you around town, and you'll go to special
so
places. Yeah, we can hold some
gonna
of
show
them.
Yeah,
here's
there's
some cards
right.
that people have
Cool.
been doing. Yeah, there's all.
Oh, nice.
You put these puzzle pieces together and visit the locations, stamp the character cards, and once you do all that, and the coin is always a part of that game.
part of it, right?
You get that all done, and you can start that like if you come on a Wednesday night and get all your stuff Thursday morning.
You're
You
off
can
and
get
running
started.
on that. Yeah.
If you get here on Saturday morning, yeah, you're going to be in a little bit of a hurry, but you can do it. Once
Right.
you get that all done, you get your card stamped. You'll come back to Ridge Ferry Park, the main location,
Right.
and you'll get to our gatekeeper, and they check to make sure you've solved the mystery. You'll enter the stage and go. You'll board the Black Barnacle,
Right.
and you'll be taken below decks and get. It's like a mutiny has occurred, right? And you have to escape from the Black Barnacle. And that's all. These escape rooms, we build them behind the stage, and just have a ton of fun. I mean, we thrive on that. That's the crew every year is already like thinking, what are we going to do next year? You know, how do we do some crazy thing? And we're starting to call them more experience rooms than escape rooms, but it
Gotcha.
does tell. It really is the climax of the story. So if you watch the play Friday night, there's a lot of hints and things that'll get you, a little more prepared, I guess,
Sure.
when you enter the room. And then,
Sure.
again, it's a group thing. You go in about 8 people, I guess, and work your way out of this thing.
Very cool.
Something else you guys do, I think, pretty much every year, at least the last few years, I think it's kind of cool, is that you sort of, it's a way to meet people, and or at least that's the way I look at it, but where you guys will pair up random people, right? Where you end up with half of something and the other person has the other half, and
Yeah,
you're
it's
supposed to
called
meet
last year it was a mystery match, but this year it's the matey match.
Right.
And we have one of our crew members who makes these buttons for us, and we do a bunch of different designs. And there's 4 to 6 people that have the same button, but every package comes with a button. So you put your button on, and then when you find your match walking around, the 2 of you can go together and spin the wheel of fun, and whatever it lands on, you each win whatever prize that is.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
sweet.
it's a great way to meet people, and people are hilarious with these buttons. Very, very first year, I remember just people would just randomly shout out "Blue Kraken 4,"
Marco.
Last year there was like a candlestick, and so it was like sounded like Clue.
And last year, Sonny, Sandy, and Sean, the podcasters.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Podcaster came,
Yep.
and Sean he was like a clearinghouse. He could remember.
And he remembered who
He's,
had
I saw this
what.
person. It's right over there.
Funny.
He would go
Match
run
game.
down here's
He'd
somebody's
run them down and
match.
say, "Hey, I think I saw your match over here somewhere."
Right.
So he was having a blast doing that, and it's just fun.
I mentioned. We need
And
podcast
the
Sean
cool
to
thing
match your
is,
button.
we do all these things that encourage the friendship, camaraderie.
Sure.
And we've had people tell us that they'll come up and say, "This is my dear friend that we met 3 or 4 years ago, and we come every year and cache together and have fun." And that's I mean, it doesn't get any better.
Yeah, anybody who comes on their own to going caching, the minute anybody finds out they're on their own, they're going to be like adopted into some group somewhere and tossed in a
That's
car,
great.
run around to caches, and
I think that's really important, and you guys do such a great job of that, in that it's hard to explain to somebody, or it's hard for people sometimes. They'll come to a big event and they've kind of made that first step, but then they don't really know how to make the second step. And they're there, but they really don't meet anybody. And so this is one of the ways, we try, one of the things that we do at our booth a lot of times was Susan or Christy or Jesse and I, whoever's around, will hand out buttons, just geocache buttons. But the point of that is people will walk up and they kind of look and see. We've got more stuff now because we have books and stuff. But when we first started, we weren't really vending anything. We were just the podcast. And some people would walk up and they're like, we don't know what a podcast is. And also you're not selling a shirt or something. So they kind of look at us kind of funny. But once we hand them a button, it would be like, oh, and then they start talking and they're like, oh, what's a podcast? Or, they start asking questions. So this is kind of, you guys have sort of built in to the event ways for people like this, where people can kind of break the ice. It is. And some people need an icebreaker.
Oh.
Like Jess and I don't. We'll just walk around and talk to random people who probably don't want to talk to us. But
I'm shy, but Gary's
but it's cool that it really kind of it works for all personality types, I guess is the way to put it. So
Right.
All right. Go ahead. Yes.
Another great way to get involved is to get your own custom cache card and be a part of the collection.
Yes.
And you can actually hand those out, or people may come to ask you, do you have one of yours?
Trading.
And you can trade and do things too.
Right. That's also very cool. It's instead of having a path tag, which those are cool. But yeah, the cards are great. So do you get the cards at the website? Is that where you want people to? Okay.
Yeah,
so go to goingcaching.com and you can buy cards there.
Right, and they're discoverable. You're set.
Right.
You can get 1 or 200, whichever. But
Sure.
they'll all be printed with one tracking number, and we send out an email suggesting you set it up to where it's discoverable only. And
Right.
that's a lot of fun.
Brian
Very
and
cool.
Jeremy and Signal have been in the collection for every year we've done them.
Right.
So, which is cool. So this year Brian will be there, so it'll be fun. Brian.
Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
Brian Roth will be there.
Signal is here too.
Signal's always here.
Yes. Signal. Yes, absolutely.
But you'll be able to trade your card with Brian this year, which will be really fun.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Rude Kool-Aid said this is my first year with a card, so that's
No, I
awesome.
think we
So
just shipped hers out, and I think I just did them
He's-
on Friday. Yeah.
excited for that.
And the
All right,
price of the cards are actually really reasonable too.
Thank
To have
you.
them made. Yeah, I thought that was really good. My wife and I are still debating if we're gonna get a card this year or not.
Jump in, Derek. Just
Do
do it.
You'll enjoy it when you get here.
And what's really cool too is if, like, even for Geocache Talk or anything, you get a landing page because it is a trackable.
Okay.
So,
Right.
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? There's a little promotional value there as well. So.
All right.
Very
Yeah, I know
cool.
she's in the chat room. She's watching, so she heard it too.
And it's fun to be part of the collection because,
Right.
there's a whole Facebook page where people collect these like crazy.
Okay.
The lackeys all get one as well. In
Yep.
fact, one of the lackeys that's been a regular at Going Caching every year, Gear Guru, he became a clearinghouse out in the Pacific Northwest for cash cards the past season. So
Yeah, somebody mentioned, it was way up in the chat room, but they were mentioning that somebody in Australia found one of their cards.
Yeah.
mhm.
And I thought,
I saw
wow,
that too.
that is really cool. So, let's talk a little bit about Saturday evening. I'm going to pull it up here in a minute if my computer's working overtime right now. Here we go. Obviously there's other things going on. There's you got the Geocaching 411 thing going on at 1:15 that day. The local mystery cachers with Puzzler. You guys are doing something with that at 1:15 on Saturday.
What we're doing, the puzzle class has really grown over the years. That thing has taken off, and I enjoy it a lot too.
Right.
But what we're doing, we'll be publishing very soon, at least the next 30 days, several puzzles. Now
Right.
you can go ahead and work on those and have them solved when you get here. And but if you're stumped somewhere along the line on some of these, and so there'll be some easy ones and some. I mean, I'm going all out on some of them. They're going to be tough.
Right.
But if you're stumped, come to the puzzle class because I'm going to teach you how to solve these things.
Okay.
Are you
And
going to teach this one?
that's always we are
Uh,
actually what we do on the puzzle T-shirt. That's part of the puzzle class. If it has been found by the time the puzzle class comes around,
right.
I will go over how the shirt works. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Oh wow.
So we'll have all these new puzzles hidden that people can work on ahead of time. We'll go through those, and I'll give you as much as you want. Really, I mean, everything short of just here are the coordinates. I want you to understand how it works. But hey,
Right.
I guarantee you, once you leave, you can go find those caches. And on the puzzle T-shirt, we will cover it as well. Because everybody's wanting to know how that thing works. And that ain't
It's been explained to me. It's just wah wah wah
that-
wah wah. I just sit over here all the time and just.
I am
I love
always
it.
I
afraid
got it. Yeah.
on the puzzle shirt. I'm always afraid I'm going to forget and have to solve it myself.
Right.
But he'll work it and rework it and rework it and rework it because he doesn't have anybody else to help him solve it to make sure it's right.
It's
So,
always a relief when I hear somebody will email and saying, "Hi, I got it," and it's like, "Yes, it worked."
Yes.
Because I can't let anyone bird dog it. I mean,
Yeah.
like Andy said, that one,
Yeah.
that's so close hold that no one, even me, knows how it works.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Okay. So then,
Saturday night, right?
yeah, let's talk about, we're going to talk about Saturday night. Let me pull that up. So, the club Scallywag costume soiree.
that sounds fancy, doesn't it?
It does. It sounds like
Sounds so fancy.
something serious going on here.
I want to go.
Well, we be fancy in Rome, yeah.
That's awesome.
We have a convention center downtown. It's called the Forum River Center.
Okay.
And we have actually the arena in there. It's huge. And they have chandeliers that they'll bring down. They'll have tables set up. They'll actually have some food and a cash bar.
Right.
And we have a DJ set up for that night. And people come in costume and dance and visit. We'll have a silent auction going. It is a blast. It is so much fun. And everybody's so worn out. So it's nice to get in the air conditioning and just kind of, kick up your heels and chill and visit and have everybody in the same place. Everybody's
Right.
been running around town for 3 days. So it's just a really great time. It's a great time for our crew. The Going Caching crew is what puts on Going Caching. So that night is our night for them. We feed them dinner and then just let them party that night. They're off. Sort of off duty. A little less than it's been the whole week long, but
Yeah.
they are an
Yeah, right.
amazing group of people.
Yeah, it is the
put this
first
on.
opportunity for the crew to let their hair down a little bit because
Yeah.
I mean we're
Yeah, it's been 24/7 the whole week. Yeah,
there are a few members of the crew that are here in Rome, but most of them are scattered. I mean, we have like several.
Yeah, they're from six different
states.
It's
They
the
get here
same
on,
group that we've used every year
right.
too.
They get here on Sunday before the thing starts, and I mean it's full bore, get it done because the crowd shows up on Wednesday, and we're working steadily trying to stay one step ahead. We get Wednesday ready, and then Thursday, and then Friday, and then by the time Saturday night rolls around, well, if it didn't get done, it's not going to happen.
So it's fun time.
But it's time to let it go, and so they get to have a lot of fun. But it's a great party. I mean, we had a huge blowout last year, and
the
so
costumes last year.
right.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy, insane. They were so great.
So we got a few questions. You guys, Andy ran a Facebook promotional, and we got a ton of questions. And I'm gonna, yeah,
You're probably gonna
thanks.
be like, please, no one email me any more questions.
No, that's okay. That's okay. It was fun getting them all, but I've got a few I'm picking out. I want you guys to take your best crack at some of these. So I'm going to put them as.
Is there a prize?
I don't
I
know.
win? Like
If you win, yeah.
if I get it.
Yeah, I'll get you original can of beans. I know where that is, so you can have that.
Yeah.
Don't eat it though.
Theme and prepare for a Going Caching event. Well, actually, since it's a series of events, and almost each one is almost like a mega event in and of itself, so
You're right.
it's about 10 months. We take December and January off.
Right.
The 2 down months, but
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I mean, literally, January 1st, we're already meeting with the crew, trying to bounce ideas and see, what worked, what didn't, and we, I mean, we don't let anybody look behind the curtain, right? So everybody says, "Oh, this is great and better than last year" and all that, but we realize there's a few things that didn't go as planned, and so we started getting down to brass tacks. 1st of January.
We didn't even talk about. Hang on, we got some stuff we forgot. Wait, I'm gonna play one sound effect, and hopefully we won't get in trouble for playing one sound effect. Here's my one sound effect. We're gonna see if we get through the copyrights on it.
The rum gone?
Is the pub crawl?
Oh,
talk about the pub crawl. We missed that whole event. Let's jump back.
we talked.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Did we talk about it a little bit? Well, that would we talked about.
Roman chariots will run around town.
But the pub crawl is actually Friday. Is it not Friday?
It's Thursday,
after
right
the
after
flash
the
mob.
parade.
It is Thursday. Okay, so we did talk about it. Okay, okay, a little bit. All right.
There's
So
so
I got-
much, it's hard to keep track of everything.
I know. I got another. Okay, so I got another question for you because it's related to that.
Mhm.
And here is the question that was asked this week, and that is, how long between shuttles during the pub crawl?
Well, they're not a time thing. And what it is there's 3 shuttles and they will run a continuous route. So they're just going to run between all the pub crawls. And then they'll also make special stops at the parking decks and the downtown hotels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it worked really well last year. It was a constant, they're just running their route. And there's not a great,
But
these are all pretty much
I was going
downtown.
to say, you can,
Yeah.
we
easily
could walk
Mhm.
every one of them in
Yeah.
15 minutes.
But the shuttles are cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. Yeah. And then the shuttle drivers get into it. They'll be pirate hats and stuff too.
I mean, there's just a few blocks distance
Right.
from between the farthest ones. So
Got another one here for you. If I can get it entered. Volunteer sign up.
we will have that probably sometime in August.
Okay.
What we do, we have a crew member that is in charge of that. And as soon as we get her all the volunteer positions that we think we need,
Right.
she'll set up a sign up. And then everybody who volunteers gets this really cool path tag.
Oh,
Has
very
a
cool.
parrot on it this year.
Anne does a great job organizing this, and she's waiting on us to identify the specific needs, because when you volunteer, you don't just volunteer,
You get a job description, what
You-
all
That's awesome.
yeah.
what you want to do, when you want to do it. I mean, you get a slot. You know what you're going to do and at what time. And so she does a great job organizing that online. And you do the online form, and you'll know exactly what you're doing and when.
Yeah, and we like to let people to know what they're getting into
Right.
too, because there's different jobs. Somebody who's going to help with setting up parking needs to be a physically fit person.
Sure. Put them in the right spot for the right thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, and if you need to be, like, say, a docent or something in a specific location, well, that would be another skill set.
Right.
Mhm.
Do I need to bring any special tools with me, or will everything I need be provided?
Well, bring your basic TOTT bag,
Yep. Exactly.
extendable pole. But
Yeah.
that's all I'll say.
Oh,
Oh,
Bring.
boy, she got me for giving stuff away. Boy, man, that was yeah.
I tell you, she's giving all of
Okay.
it away.
We'll
So,
go right over that.
how many lab caches this year?
20.
Yeah, we had 30 last year.
We asked for a
um,
set special
but
last
yeah.
year that
But we would like, we're big fans of quality over quantity, and we're hoping to do 20 really fun ones again this year.
Cool.
Good deal.
Jesse, somebody asked which ship you're on. We kind of covered that.
Did we say that? Are we supposed to say what ship we're
Go
on?
ahead. Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay, I am on the Epidemic, and I know somebody else.
Chew. Right.
Sounds contagious.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's contagious if you
right,
go this way.
Yeah.
Derek,
Yes.
Derek's on the Epidemic.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm on the
You're
Sea
Kind of
Devil.
contagious.
I'm
Are
on
you
the
set up yet?
I'm on the Sea Devil.
Sea Devil. That's right.
That's a fun one, and of course the crew is on the Black Barnacle.
And I think I saw Scott GSM times 2 is on Soggy Bottom.
Oh, cool. He got on. He got in early. That's
Yeah.
smart. Yeah. Somebody was asking about. There was a question about somebody said that they crossed paths with a. Just don't be surprised. Here's the question about a crusty old pirate.
I think
Is that the one? Is that not? Is that not to be discussed right now?
No, it's fine.
No, it's fine.
We saw that question in advance. That someone thought, oh, that must mean something, and that's what I was talking about. Red herrings is I was being funny.
It was an unintentional red herring.
What I was just saying was, you never know who you're going to meet on the trail. And
That's true.
The question in the FAQ, and these are questions that have been emailed into us. I thought were great questions, so I answer them for everyone. But the question was, should I dress in costume all the time, or just at the events?
Right.
And the answer is, well, I mean, you can do whatever, but if you're out on the trails, it might be better to have your comfortable shoes,
Right.
and, regular caching clothes on. But just don't be surprised if you meet a crusty old pirate on the trail.
Yeah. You're like, ooh, who's
And
that?
it may
talking
not
about?
be a cashier. That's how I was just being funny, and some people took that as, oh, there's going to be special characters. But no, I mean, well, you never know. I mean, but
Oh,
Everything is a clue.
we do have some characters.
Oh,
in
Joshua's
mind.
on sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
I'm-
saw that.
Yeah.
I got on the right boat, what I can tell.
Yeah, Sea Devil.
What's funny is earlier in the week, though, I was talking to Derek, and I said, well, I'm not quite sure which boat, and I said, I'm gonna pick a different boat than Jesse because we're gonna try to spread spread our group out. And Derek's comment was, "Oh, you don't want to be on the winning team? That's fine."
Oh.
Oh.
I was like, "I guess not." So
Battles orange.
Because also the
There's been
3
a lot-
happy campers are on the epidemic too.
Mhm.
That's right. I
Oh,
think
and I
the
think,
challenge has been laid.
I think Dan is on there as well from Georgia, and Stardust ZZZZ. So there's a lot of us vloggers that are on epidemic.
Yeah,
Ah,
as it should be. I mean,
Albedo's on Bel Air,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got the moves.
Rude
yeah.
Kool-Aid's on Epidemic, Josh Boggs on the Crustacean.
this is gonna be fun already.
I thought
No,
about Crust.
They've
I mean,
been
if
trash
you're into
talking on
competition.
Facebook pages.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Oh
Man,
yeah,
cracks
They-
me up totally.
they're big time. Tim's on the Epidemic, so
Oh,
there you go. You got some intelligence on that boat.
Well, we
for-
can say who the captains are
On
since
the-
those ships have closed.
Right.
The
Oh, the-
epidemic is JB Barrett, who
Lion's Lair.
Lions
He's a
Lair,
crew member.
cool.
and who was he last year? He's one of the guys that got hanged.
Yeah, he's one of our
I
actors.
remember.
Yeah, see,
He's
we're-
back.
we're back on the, a little bit on the Friday night play. See,
Yeah.
these guys, these are our building crew.
Oh,
often.
right.
And
Very
they're
cool.
out knocking the sawdust off themselves and getting their costume on to run out on stage. But,
Yeah.
but
JB's our head.
yeah,
build
he's
crew
one of
guy.
our favorite actors, and
Awesome.
so he's Captain Contagious.
Yeah,
right?
Captain
Yeah.
Contagious of the epidemic.
Right.
And then,
Sea Devil.
yeah, he'll want to make sure everybody's up to date on their
And
shots.
Sea Devil is
The-
not. That's not.
it's not-
close
it's
yet.
not close yet.
Crustacean closed, and that's Michelle Grafton. She's another crew member.
Cool.
She is a riot.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Everybody on her ship is going to have a very good time for
Very
sure.
cool. And then the other one that closed was
Soggy Bottom.
Soggy Bottom
Talking
closed
about him,
early.
that's Alex Grafton, who is Will and Michelle's daughter.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, she was our.
She was Annie Laurie last year.
Yeah, she was our top ghost last year. So very
Very
talented, very fun, young lady that just we love her to death. And yeah, she's gonna be.
Yeah,
Awesome.
those are some fun. Yeah, we tried to pick people we thought would be really fun captains.
Right. That's awesome. All right. Well, I know we didn't cover everything. We covered quite a bit, I think, tonight. But let's kind of go around the room, and I'm going to leave. I'll leave the Waysiders just sort of as the final thought for tonight. But So I don't know. We'll start with Derek. Derek, what are your thoughts on tonight?
I just can't wait. I mean, I'm so excited. I mean, working this, and once again, anybody that needs help with this, give me a call because I need help with this. Send me a message. Let's work together. Even if there's 100 of us, we'll get a buck if we get the FTF. But
There you go.
but more than that, we get the bragging rights. But I just think this is just. I had friends that were telling me about this a couple years back, and I wanted to go last year, but my stinking nephew had to get married, so we missed that. And I know I think that's why you're being late, right, Gary? Your son's getting married that weekend.
Get married. He's getting married the week before, but we worked it out so I could.
Well, that's good. So. I couldn't work it out because the day it was the same day, and I was in Arizona. It's a little far away, but cannot wait. And like I said, my friends were telling me about this, and they said they absolutely loved it. And they hated it for the first time because they didn't know what to do. They're like, get with people. And that's what I've been really working on is trying to get with people. And I'm glad this is so social because I like being social. I mean, we don't do what we do if we're not being social. So no, I just cannot wait. Solving these puzzles. I love puzzles and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So I just can't wait.
Very cool. Jesse, final thoughts.
Yeah, same thing. So I'm super excited about this one. I've been trying to get out to this event for years. The wife is really excited about this one. This is the stuff we've heard from people that have been in the past. Escape rooms is like one of our other favorite hobbies. So this is perfect for us. And we didn't even talk about it. We mentioned it in the chat room tonight. People were talking about it, but there was a shirt in the past where there was like UV writing on it and you had to turn it inside out and do all this other,
That's
and
awesome.
just all the stuff that I've heard about. Just, this sounds like a great event. And it's pirates, and there's a pub crawl, and there's a competition, and escape rooms, and all this. It sounds like a great event. So we're really looking forward to this one a lot. This should be a lot of fun.
Well, we got a live show we're going to get to do.
Oh gosh, there's so much we can't even. I love doing the live shows. Those are a lot of fun. And remember, everybody's got to come and heckle Gary.
Right.
So,
perfect. Got to. But we're going to do a live show, and we're going to try to do maybe a Sunday brunch. We're trying to. We haven't figured. We ain't got that all worked out. But
the social part of the megas is I barely get any caching done because we get to go and visit with people, and that's what I love to do. That's the social part is the best part of it. So this one's set up for that. So this is great.
Absolutely. We'll have a booth. If people come by and see us on a little bit. So, all right. Well, over to Andy and Jim, and then I've got a short video I'm going to show at the end that Derek's created, and excited to show that. But let's go over to Andy and Jim and kind of give us your final thoughts tonight. I know you got so much planning to do.
Well, we do, but we're having such a blast planning. We're having fun, and I'm super excited. It's like part of me wants October to be here, and then the other part goes, "Oh no,
whoa,
I'm not ready yet."
Yeah, hang on there.
So hold up just a little bit.
Hold up a little bit. We got some work to do.
But we're super excited for everybody to come. And I know on behalf of the whole Going Caching crew that
cool.
It's a labor of love. But having everybody here is a good time. And for Jim and I, since we live in Rome, it is a special treat for us to be able to show off where we live. It is the quintessential Southern town, full of hospitality, friendly people. They love the geocachers, so it's very nice.
Yeah, it really. I mean, you're gonna fall in love with Rome, Georgia. It's a pretty town, and we've got 3 rivers right here. And when we first brought Going Caching to Rome, and our friends knew we did this crazy thing, and we said we're going to bring this big event, and we want y'all to do something. And they're going, well, maybe, we'll do something. And now it's like people, drag us off the street practically saying, I want to play, because they fell in love with geocachers. They think that the cachers are the nicest people that come to Rome. And, it's really a very symbiotic relationship. People love Rome, and Rome definitely loves the geocachers. So we're excited about bringing, more people. And two, we were honestly a little nervous about having this be our permanent home. And so far, people love coming back every year. We do try to keep things, fresh, but people love coming back.
Well, and you get new people who can't come every year.
Mhm.
So you've always got people that are going to be able to come to the event for the first time. So you've got that, and plus, like everybody I've ever heard who's gone wants to come back. It's like
Mhm.
I have not had one person. I've talked to a lot of people. And there's not one person who said, "Yeah, I did go in caching. I don't want to go back." I mean, they all are like, "I went last year and I can't wait." And like, you can't keep me from the events. It's like, whoa, well, something must be good going on if they're like can't not come to the event. So,
Well, I have to
awesome.
say,
I heard
it
too.
really is the Going Caching crew. We've
Yeah.
got an awesome bunch of people, and it's a large bunch that flock
That's
in
cool.
here. And I mean, there we have different. In fact, we've got another work weekend coming up.
We're gonna make giant paper mache heads for the parade.
Yeah, yeah. That's the next thing on the agenda is these
I'm hung
parade
up on this parade. so-
decorations and
yeah.
things, and we have them come in. They all hang out here at the house, and we work like crazy throughout the summer getting stuff ready. We've got different crews, or not crews, but groups right now constructing things that we need for the escape rooms. They're building those and doing the
man, that's
programming
awesome.
and
There's
all
some cool
the
stuff this year.
Arduino stuff that I don't
man.
understand, but
Woo.
so it's a lot of fun. It's a bunch of work. I don't know why they do it, but
enjoy it.
but we've
That's
got a
fun.
tremendous crew that sticks with us, and it's just to welcome everybody here and have just tons of fun. So
Well, mark your will attends. Keep up with Going Caching either on Facebook or any of the different media, social medias that are out there. Keep up. We'll make whenever we hear about something, we'll put it in our news. So we'll keep up with that as well from the perspective of our show. So again, thank you guys so much for being on tonight. We ran into each other at Woodstock and we're like, all right, when can we do a show? And so they're like July. I was like, July? I was like, okay, I'm good with that. So it worked out great. I know y'all did Podcaster, I think recently too, which is getting a lot of momentum. But the store, something I've been mentioning on Twitter a little bit this week is the store. You know, you gotta get in there and buy what you want to buy because
There's a few things that are about to sell out.
Right.
Yeah,
So because you know how it is if you've organized these big events. A lot of these things, the trackables and they've got to be ordered way ahead of time, so we have to make a guess.
Yes.
And so some of our guessing, we get surprised.
Right.
And people have been in getting things. So there's some stuff there's no ordering more. So
Right.
it's
No.
And some of
they're
our
gone, they're
suppliers, the coin makers, path tags and so forth, they've warned us this year, you know, so we're actually cutting it off. The store will close August 1st, which is the earliest we've ever done. But it is, you know, I mean, the climate, you know, the things that, you know, are happening as far as getting things into the country and so forth.
Sure.
So we're having to cut it off August 1st. We hate to, but that's right around the corner. So so if you do want to you know, get something, now's the time.
And there's literally, I think, just like a few pub crawl tickets left.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's almost gone. In fact, when we're
Good to
done,
know.
I have
I'll
to
need
check.
Check. Yeah, you might be gone.
But thank y'all for having us so much.
absolutely.
This was
I
tons
really
of fun.
like the new
Love the format.
That's
right.
great.
Thank
And
you.
we're
Like a
excited
lot.
about having y'all in the media tent. And isn't that a cool thing about geocaching events that we now have media tents? I mean, this was unheard of a few years ago.
Yeah, we like it.
You guys are love your show. You're awesome, and we're proud that y'all are coming and being a part of the festivities.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So, all right. Well, thanks everybody in the chat room tonight, and let me sign us out with a little video here.
Folks, we hope you've enjoyed the show tonight, as well as our new format. Please email us your comment at geocachetalk@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The show can be found on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Public, or Spotify, as well as at the Geocache Talk website. Don't forget to click that subscribe button below and ring that bell notification so that you can see and hear the show on a weekly basis. And tell your friends about the show. Get them involved with us in the chat room. And until next week, don't just talk about geocaching, go geocaching.
There we go. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
That was cute. I like that video.
You like that one?
Hi. Yeah. That was great.
Thanks.